1971 to 1974. Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler.
Game 454, Braves at Mets.
Welcome back, baseball fans. 1971-74 Carryover League. We're continuing in the road to the pennant, the postseason tournament. Let's take a look at the National League East, which has been a sprint for the Atlanta Braves. So they come into this series with a 5.5 game lead over your New York Mets, who had the best record in the league a year ago. They also have a +3 tiebreaker advantage over the Mets. They beat them 4-1 when they played earlier in the season. So it really wrecks this calculus, this improbable calculus of what do the Mets have to do to get in a first place tie and tiebreaker, I guess, over Atlanta, with 7 games to play, up to 7 to play. And the answer is, well, they can't do anything. They have to win 6 out of 7 to get them within a half a game of the Braves. At that point, they'd have the tiebreaker to force a game 8 and have to win that to be up by a half a game and have the tiebreaker. So it means they need to win 7 of 8. So it's a foregone conclusion that it probably is not going to happen for the Mets. However, because the odds are stacked against the Mets, they have an opportunity to collect some victories to help them in the wild card chase. I mean, if the Braves don't win Game 1 or Game 2 or Game 3 or Game 4, you get the idea. The Braves might win this series by winning 2 and losing 4, and the Mets would still get a +2 in the result in the net 1-loss record, which could help them in the wild card race. So it's not a bad situation for the Mets to be in. Just show up, play tough, play like you're going to win this thing, and see where it goes, right? So let's see what happens in Game 1. my after you understand what's going to happen here. Phil Niekro versus John Matlack. Okay, Mets are all excited. All-Star break's over. They got some rest for their older players, including Willie Mays. Mets get 4 singles in the first inning, get a couple runs. Willie Mays is right in the middle of that one. John Matlack, the All-Star, on the mound. He's been magnificent. 3rd year in a row using his 72 card. A 1 hit through 3 innings. He strikes out Carty. Hank Aaron flies out and gets injured to make it even better for the Mets. But then as soon as that happens, almost on cue, a walk to Darrell Evans, a double to Davey Johnson, and with 2 outs, Kurt Motton on his own card, largely a pinch hitter for Baltimore, and a toss-in the Davey Johnson trade with Earl Williams. Kurt Motton rolls homer 1 of 13 on his own card, rolls a 6, and it's a 2-out, 3-run homer, something that Matlack had been good about avoiding through his tenure with the Mets. And just like that, 1 swing, 3 runs. That's Atlanta. That's what the Braves do. It's a 3-2 lead. Then we go into the 6th inning. Oh boy, folks. After an out, a single to Maury Wills. Maury Wills was actually, once Aaron got hurt, Aaron was playing first base today, by the way, to give him some rest from the outfield. They moved Darrell Evans over to first base and put Maury Wills at third with Marty Perez at short. Anyway, Maury Wills is in there, singles. Darrell Evans singles. Davey Johnson walks with 1 out. Setting up again, Kurt Motton rolls 3-6 on his own card. 2 swings, 2 homers, 7 RBI, a grand slam, and a 3-run homer to devastate John Matlack, who left this game after 6 innings with his head in a towel in the Met dugout, as he basically just saw the Mets season blow up right there. But your Mets, they rally. It's 7-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Willie Mays draws another walk. He got on base 4 times today, the old timer. Negro loses control. A single, a walk, and a pass ball scores another run. And the Mets make it 7-5. They add a run in the 7th to the Braves to make it 8-5. And then in the bottom of the 7th, Negro, after a strikeout, a single, a walk, and an error on Darrell Evans playing first base. So that's it. They pull Negro with a 3-run lead. They bring in Mike McQueen, who does a great job in relief for Atlanta. It's bad enough they have Tom House closing it. Now they got another lefty named Mike McQueen. Folks, if the Atlanta gets good pitching, I've been wasting my time this whole time. You know, it's pointless to attempt to play a pivotal World Series. The Braves have got this thing written up. You can take this to the bank if they get good pitching. Yeah, McQueen strikes out. Darwin gets Wayne Garrett to ground out. 3 up and 3 down in the 8th. And in the 9th inning, 3 up and 3 down for Tom House, who gets the save. And it is a somber mood in Shea Stadium. They've now lost 4 out of 5 to the Braves for the season. There's 6 games left. Let's do the math here. Here's the current standings in the National League East. 6 games left, and the Mets are 6.5 back. Yeah. They'd have to win that, and with a half game still back, they'd have to win the tie-breaking game. If the Mets lose another one soon, it might change the calculus in this series, because it is possible for a second-place team to go all the way into 4th place and be eliminated in this round. So, opportunity that awaited the Mets has been dimmed slightly. They can still go on like a 4-game winning streak here, though it seems unlikely, doesn't it? Game 2 in a subdued Shea Stadium. It is Buzz Capra for the Braves. 74, 16-game winner with a 2.28 ERA and 217 innings. One of the only starting pitchers you're going to find who can pitch on 3 days rest without a hit on his card against right-handed hitters. You'd never see that for a starter 8 who can pitch on 3 days rest. Well, you do here. So you have this guy, you've got Tom House, and that's why that 74 part of this timeline is so critical to this success of this Brave team. Meanwhile, for the Mets, you got Jerry Koosman, 14 and 15 and 73 for the Mets, the 2.84 ERA, blah, blah, blah. Jerry Koosman. Nice year, of course. Let's get started from Shea. Leading off, it will be Ralph Garr, 37. Sky's the center. Dusty Baker, 38. Single 1-2, line out. Rico Carty, 1-3, bounce to third. The bottom half, it's Bud Harrelson. 2-8, flies to right. Gil Guerrero getting a start today. He walks. Cleon Jones, 55, grounds to second C. Runner in scoring position for Willie Mays, 6'11", short X. Marty Perez, a 3E38. It's a single dot. We got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Fred Cranepool. And he rolls a comebacker to the mound. Top of 2. It is Hank Aaron back after that injury. All injuries, you just immediately leave the game to reflect an injury, but come back the next day because I don't have any depth. Only 20-man rosters. So I don't roll for an extended injury. Hank Aaron. 2-5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go take a look at the Hank Aaron card. You've seen this card plenty, I'm sure, in the All-Star Selection Show, the Home Run Derby, and the All-Star Game itself, and now today. 2-5, Hank Aaron, one of his 47 dingers, and the Braves are up 1-0. Darrell Evans, 47's a K. Davey Johnson, 66, single 118, gets it. Kurt Mott, the Boo Birds come down. I don't know why, Kurt. Just because you had 7 RBI yesterday. No reason for them to boo you. 1-4, Sky's the center. And with 2 outs, it's Paul Casanova, 65, center. Bottom half of the second. Wayne Garrett, 38, grounds out. Grody, 36, grounds to short. Milner, 1-7, is a strikeout. Mets have been juggling their lineup all year, and Marty Perez, 65, center. Ralph Garr, 37, center. Dusty Baker, 2-5. That's going to be homer 1-5 double. That's a 2-base hit. Rico Carty, 2-6 is single, dot. So they're on the corners for Hank. 6-11 for Aaron, back to the mound. Kuzman, E11 pitcher, should be an out. 2, E11, makes the play. Bottom of the third, it's Dave Marshall. 56 is a walk off the capper card because he's left-handed. Harrelson's going to hit and run. And that did not work out. Is that the double play? Boy. The 12 for the non-B hit and runner. What is it again? Yeah, it's the line out max. Yeah. Single if Dave Marshall was an A or B stealer in that particular situation. We hit and ran with him as a C stealer, and we adjusted into a double play. Or line out max, a 4-4-3. So line drive out and then plucks the guy off the bag leaning too far. Oh my goodness. Gil Gerardo, 47 is a K. We're in the fourth. Darrell Evans, 2-9, Ks. Davey Johnson, 46 is a walk. Kurt Mott, let's take a look at the card. So there you go, folks. So we rolled 2-6, homer 1-13 and hit it yesterday. 3-6, of course, yesterday. This time, 5-6 off of the Kuzman card. Double 1-10 is a single dot dot. If you're wondering, yeah, Kurt Mott did hit 189 with this card, but he had 4 homers and 53 RBI. And he gets a hit there. Runners on the corners for Paul Casanova. 2-5, left B question mark to run Davey Johnson. 12, 13, 14. -1 arm, no, they're not going to do it. Perez will swing away. 2-7, and that is a ground to third. Stays 1-zip. Cleon Jones, 56, short. 338 at shortstop, and it's a base hit. Willie Mays, 68, is a K. Ed Kranepool, 54, lines a second. Wayne Garrett, 44, center X. 2E5 in center field, makes the grab. We got a 1-0 game in the fifth. Ralph Garr, 6'11", pitcher X. Again, he's a 2E11. That's a single off of Kuzman. Bizarre. Gar's an ace stealer, but you got a good catcher. Dusty Baker, 47 is a K. Rico Carty, 59, second C. Runner at second for Hank Aaron, 43, first X. We have Kranepool, 3-3 at first base. And it's a single dot dot to score another run. Oh my goodness. 2-zip. Darrell Evans, 3-5. Let's take a look at the Darrell Evans card. We always forget about Darrell in the middle of all this. You got the big right-handed homers of Baker, Aaron, and Davey Johnson, but you got the big lefty power in Darrell Evans in 73 with 41 homers and 124 walks. This is Frankenstein's monster, folks. This Atlanta Brave team that would bow to no one. I mean, they're the runaway best team in this league. That is gone. 2-run shot. And now it is 4-zip. When they put the mind to it, for some reason they fell asleep in their previous series you may have caught against the Florida Marlins, or played terribly, yet beat the Marlins 4-1 in the process. So they've actually won 5 out of 6, and now they're starting to wake up in this game. Davey Johnson, 4-12, bounces back to the mound. Sometimes the cards just fall in your direction, folks. You get a Hank Aaron error, and then suddenly you get a Kurt Mott 3-run homer. You get a Kurt Mott grand slam. Where does that come from? And off of John Matlack, and you know, broken mirrors, walking under ladders, black cats, that kind of thing. Anyway, bottom of the fifth. It's Jerry Grody, 56, short X. Perez, a 338, makes the play. John Milner, 1-3, bounces to third. Dave Marshall, 58, short X. 338 again. And that's your inning. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
We'll go to the 6th, 4-0 Braves. Kurt Motton hasn't gotten invited to the party today. 54 off of Kuzman. As soon as I say that, homer 1-12 double off the Kuzman card. Oh boy, the Kurt Motton series was what they will call this in Shea. In infamy. Had 4 homers, like I said, in 53 at-bats and 71 for the Baltimore Orioles. Oddly enough, he gets some Oriole retaliation against those Mets in that Brave uniform. My goodness, that's making that Davey Johnson for Earl Williams trade look even worse now. Paul Casanova, 1-6, grounds to third. Marty Perez, 58, short X. 1-17, of course, for Buddy. Like I had to think about that. And with 2 outs, Ralph Garr, 38, grounds to second base. Bottom of the 6th, Buzz Capra, doing the job. Bud Harrelson, 69, gets a walk off the Capra card. But now you got these righties. Garrido, as a right-handed batter, is going to hit and run here. I know they're down by a bunch, but it moves the runner up. It's better than rolling off a right-hander Capra card. Runner at second now for Cleon. 46 off the Capra card is going to be a pop out. And with 2 outs, Willie Mays, he walks. He's been on 6 times in 2 games. Ed Kranepool, 54, pops to second base. We go to the 7th, 5-0 Braves. Dusty Baker, 47 Ks. The Mets are lifeless, and likely they wouldn't really mind getting eliminated. Just take their lumps and and finish in 4th place with the Marlins and Phillies both passing them. That calculus would have to change. Could potentially change. Rico Carty, 2-4, skies the center. Hank Aaron, 68, flies to left field. It's 5-0. Bottom of the 7th, Wayne Garrett with a, 2-hitter? Buzz Capra with a 2-hitter. Wayne Garrett's at the plate. 69, walks. Jerry Grody, 47 Ks. John Milner, 32, fielder's choice. And Dave Marshall, 32. Fouls to the catcher. Buzz Capra's best start of the year. Right when it matters most here. 5-0 into the 8th. Kuzman. I don't know what he's got to prove. Let's get him out of there. Let's go to Danny Frizella in the 8th. Against the lefty Darrell Evans. 43, center X. He's a 2 in center field, makes the catch. Davey Johnson, 2-7 is a K, and Kurt Motton's going to swing away against a righty, why not? 1-6 is a K. Okay. 5-0. Capra, 6 outs to get. Bud Harrelson leads off. 48, center. Garrido, 66 is a K. Cleon Jones, 310, flies to left. My goodness, we blew right through the 7th inning stretch music, folks, which we have been listening to the funeral dirge of the Velvet Underground. Lou Reed trying to get his old band back together, trying to rally the Mets, but it certainly hasn't happened. Let's throw down this one, the Black Angels Death Song. Yeah, there you go. Okay, 5-zip in the 9th, and we'll go to Tug McGraw and what could possibly be the final performance of the year for Tug, depending on what happens in the Phillies-Marlins series. It'll be Casanova. 5'9", short X. This is Buddy. Short. Marty Perez, 34, flies to center. And Ralph Garr, 2-7, rolls to first. Is there any defense to help out Mr. What's his name? You could put Tepedino in there at first and put Hank in the outfield. It'll do that. And that'll do it. Buzz Capra. He has thrown a 2-hit shutout through 8. He's going for it in the 9th inning. He'll face Willie Mays. Been on twice today. 66. In that column, it's a strikeout. The only on base is a 6.5 and a 5.12. Remarkable. Buzz Capra, one of the remarkable stories of 74. Ed Cranepool, 57 is a walk. Wayne Garrett, 2-6 pops to short, and with 2 outs, here it is, Jerry Grody. 1-2's hit by the pitch. One more batter, we got John Miller. 67 is a single to right field to load the bases and break the pitcher. And they're going to pull the kid. To his dismay, he's arguing with the manager, but come on, guy. You got a 5-0 lead. You're about to dismantle the Mets. Let's get a better pitcher in there. And we'll go to Tom House, who just pitched an inning yesterday. He's still, that's hardly any use. So let's see the other 74 kid, Tom House. My goodness, folks. 6-2, 192 ERA, and 103 innings. They are the top 2 pitchers of 74 for the Braves, and they're here today to show you why the season is going the way it's going. He will face Dave Marshall. No, he won't. He'll face a right-handed batter, a pinch hitter at least. You just need to get on base at this point. Look at Lee Lacy here. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, the pitch to Lee Lacy. 38, he gets on board. It is a single dot, and the Mets get a couple runs. And they'll get the tie run to the plate. A single dot, plates 2, puts runners in the corners. It is 5-2 with 2 outs. And we're back up top to Bud Harrelson. I think we have to go for a home run here. They're going to pinch hit for Bud Harrelson. With your choice of Bobby Darwin or Duffy Dyer. We're going to go Bobby Darwin. He has a little slightly more home runs. Take a look at him. 22 of them in 72 with the Twins. Twins didn't need him. They had Oliva, an aging Oliva they held on to versus the young Darwin. That was probably a mistake. But here it is, Bobby Darwin with the runners in the corners against Tom House. Here is the pitch. 69 off the House card is a sky to center field. That'll finish it off. Oh my goodness, folks. My goodness. Yeah, we get it. You guys are done. We get it. We get it. We get it. Okay, the funeral's over there, guys. You guys are done. 5-2 final for the Braves. My, oh my. How the Mets have fallen. Tub McGraw, he pitched a scoreless inning, as did Frisella. The lefties, Matlack and Kuzman. I guess the Braves really crushed lefties, you could assume. 9 hits and 5 runs. Driven by the long ball. Yep. All the Mets Braves scoring by home runs. Makes sense. Not too confusing there. Hit for House. Capra gets the win. Gives up 3 hits, the 2 runs of the 9th. Did walk 7 guys. Struck out 6. He's not a perfect pitcher. He's pretty average against left-handed batters. The Mets just don't have a lot of good ones. 1019, 0109, 5924. 16767616. In a game 2, easily dispatching the New York Mets in their own ballpark and have beaten them 6 out of 7 times this year. So, it also means that the Braves are getting closer to clinching the #1 seed of the National League as they are running away with this thing. And we'll take a look now at the stats. So the Mets are 14-17, hitting .233, 3.57 ERA is not low enough for the talent they have. Poor Tom Seaver, who pitched the previous game for the series started, didn't even get a chance to play. He was the Game 3 starter if there was a Game 3, and there wasn't one. So Tom will just wait till next year, I guess. Not much homer, not much hitting. Not much of, yeah. And now Matlack struggling. Braves 19-7, hitting just .250. Most of that because they fell asleep in that Marlins series, didn't hit a lick. And so they can certainly improve on a .250 batting average. The 3.35 ERA is very tantalizing there. Buzz Capra 3-1, giving up just 16 runs in 45 innings. George Stone is 3-0, and Niekro's 5-3. Tom House is 7 saves. Aaron has 16 homers. You have 9 for Davey Johnson, 9 for Dusty Baker. How about Kurt Motton? Kurt Motton's got 4 homers and 10 RBIs. He's got 8 hits and 49 at-bats. 163. Very close to a Strat-O-Matic card, right? Remember I said he had 4 homers and 53 at-bats and was hitting 189? So he's doing pretty much what the card says anyway. He's just did it all. He did a number on the New York Mets. Dusty Baker's 45 for 122. What a stunning 369. But more importantly, over here, Mets need a 7-1. It didn't come close. Atlanta 2-0. And Atlanta 19-7, and the Mets are 14-17. My goodness. Atlanta. Mets were 22-8 at this point a year ago. The Braves are 19-7. So the most important question here for the Mets' future this year is, did the calculus change for the Phillies and Marlins? And what we want to know is, the Mets are now 3 games under 500. Is there a possibility that the Phillies and Marlins can play enough games so that both teams are better than 3 games under 500? And then you have to ask, you add it up. Marlins -7, you see. Phillies -1. So that's a -8. So the best you could get is 4-4. So the Mets do survive another round. How they'll do in another round remains to be seen. They'll probably fall into 3rd place, but they won't fall into 4th place. So the Mets do have to play more baseball, but they're 3 under 500. And that's good news for the Pirates and the Reds, who have better records than that. Speaking of 3 under 500, that's where the Dodgers are right now. So the Mets are sort of down there in like, what, 9th, 10th place in the playoff hunt, something like that. And this 19-7 Braves, 12 over 500, very competitive division, but not going to catch the Braves there, nor there, nor there. Yeah, you might as well write this in pen. I doubt there's a mathematical way the Braves can fall out of the #1 seed of the National League. That's it today. Crown them if you want to crown them. Atlanta Braves wipe out the Mets 2 straight. Thanks for checking this out, folks. We'll see you next time.